day that they leave me alone.
Yeah, for sure.
Here we go. Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Munch Gang.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We got someone special for you today, somebody amazing. I've been watching you for, I want to say, like close to 7 years, if not longer, man.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I've been following you. I've been seeing, your music, your videos and stuff, and it's crazy. You got a huge portfolio. I'm actually amazed with how much content you create.
Thank you, bro. I'm working hard this year. I really wanted to push myself and put out a lot more. Just because money and, depression the last couple years, bro. Something's always holding me back, and this year I just said screw it. So trying to drop as much as I can. And you were going to have Jerry on today. He's been a big part of that, too. Just helping me push out as much content as I can. So that's crazy, though. 7 years, bro.
Well, let's introduce you first. So the guest we have today is Mr. Eddie Yampolsky.
Yo.
Here he is in the flesh.
Yes, sir.
Is Eddie, is that your real name? That's your full real name?
Yeah, Eddie Yampolsky. Middle name's Leo. Edward Leo Yampolsky. Yeah. I kept that name. If you were following me 7 years, you probably remember. I used to go by Young Major, and then...
Oh, no, I don't remember that name. You could just get the mic a little bit further.
Okay. Yeah, I used to go by Young Major, and then... I don't know, bro. When my mom passed, when I first started music, I had this, perception or whatever, of what it was supposed to be. Just, gangster and all this shit, and then... My mom died. I really found it therapeutic, and the stage name Young Major, it just felt not real. So I wanted to be as authentic to myself as I could be, and I figured I'd just go with my real name on stage. Plus, nobody's got that last name.
Yeah, that name is pretty unique for sure. Yeah. I even had to ask you if it was your real name. So how long ago did your mom pass, if you don't mind me asking you?
No, bro, it's been a minute. 2015, November 7th, 2015. I had just graduated high school in June of that year. So I was out of school for a couple months, and then she passed. And I'm 26 now. I was 18 at the time, but I had a lot of growing up to do, bro. A lot of drugs that I abused and... Just growing up, bro.
Yeah, is that what pushed you? So were you trying to do music before that, or did that make you start recording? Were you recording before?
No, I was recording before. I started when I was in high school at Shasta, and
we went to Shasta together. Maybe.
When did you graduate?
13. So you're just a year off of me or something?
Yeah, 2 years.
Oh, 2 years.
But you were there for sure.
Yeah.
You might have seen that, bro, actually. The last day of school, I did a rap battle against Will Sutherland.
Oh, yeah, that was you.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Yeah, bro. Been doing it for a long time. When my mom was here, she helped me out a few times. I wasn't making music as much, but she really helped me out, bro. The last few sessions I had, she would help me, give me a couple bucks here and there. So just when she passed, I wouldn't say I went harder. I just found this new, I said, how much it actually meant to me. You know what I mean? And it's really been therapeutic, bro. Music's helped me through breakups and shit I've gone through with my family. I've been homeless since my mom's passed. And the one thing's always been my music. Bro, I was sleeping up at that park on Hilltop. Pepper Tree.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for a couple weeks. It was 2019, because it was going into 2020. And it was December, bro. Just pouring down rain at the park. It was awful.
And it's cold.
It was freezing.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that about you, man.
No, but something that actually got me through that, bro. It sounds corny and cliche, but it was my music. I'd be on that park bench, bro, and dude, not a lot of people were reaching out to me then, because I feel like they knew I needed help. And they were kind of trying to avoid it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're like, I'm going to kind of just let him figure this out. When he's got it figured out, I'll come back. And I didn't really have anyone, bro. So I would just go to work and then go to the park and just listen to my music. And it actually saved me a few times, I feel like, honestly. It means a lot to me, bro.
When you first started writing, were you writing on like a pen and a notepad, or were you going straight digital already?
Yep, pen and notepad, because just...
Composition book, that was...
Yeah, actually, literally, I have two of them. I just kept them just for memories, because when I started, I was in 8th grade writing, because I saw 8 Mile.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is just the sickest thing.
I still watch that just because, you know,
Dude,
when I go to bed at night.
Such a good movie. Are you kidding?
So good.
But I saw that, bro, and it inspired me like no other. And I remember just being in class and I started writing. And I was just writing. And then when I got to high school, I found a few other people who were interested in rapping. And, dude, it's been such a journey, bro. Like, ever since in my head, I was like, this is what I want to do. It's been like...
Yeah, I could see it through your music, man.
Yeah.
Just listening to it and just the amount of effort that you've put towards it. And you've been going for so long. You've never stopped. There wasn't like a space where you weren't making music, I want to say, because you released at least a song a month or something, right?
Yeah, there's a couple of like points in time where I wasn't dropping music. And the big thing with me, bro, especially, like, being up here, is that I just, like, I want to do it at the highest level I can. And I feel like some people just record, like, whatever, and then have, like, a half-ass cover, and then just put it out on SoundCloud. And it's like, I don't want to do that, bro, because especially Reading. Like, dude, for literally, as of, like, last year, it was, like, cool. But up until then, when I would tell people I do music, bro, it was almost like kind of like getting clowned on, especially in Reading for some reason. It was just, oh, you do music in Reading?
Yeah.
So knowing that, I always wanted to drop the highest quality I could. And there was just points in time where I couldn't because the money was too tight or I wasn't focused or whatever. But I've always recorded, bro. The longest I've gone without recording has probably been like a week in the last like 8 years.
Holy crap, that's crazy.
It's just like, bro,
on top of everything else you have, that's like, you're pretty busy.
Probably I'm sorry, it was probably 2 or 3 weeks when I was at that park. I couldn't record then. But other than that, yeah, bro, I don't want to go too long. Because it's like with podcasting, with skateboarding, I know you guys love skateboarding on this podcast. Like anything you do, bro, the longer you go not doing it, the worse you're going to get. Like you need to stay on it. And, you know, like when people are like, you're really good and your music sounds good and all that, it's like, bro, I grind.
Right.
Like I grind. And the songs that you guys hear on Apple or whatever is like the final product, dude. Like I might have like 10 songs in a week and then I might only want to drop 2 or 3 of them. You know, there's a lot of stuff that you guys don't see that just gets like put away forever. Just doesn't get released.
That's the secret stuff right there.
Yeah. I've had, bro, I want to drop a song with Buki. I'm sure you know Buki.
Oh, yeah. He was Buki was in the skate crew with me back in the day. I grew up with Buki.
Really?
Yeah, so he was in the group KOTC.
I didn't even know he skated.
Dude, he used to skate. We had this trick called I called it the Bookashire flip.
Really?
I'm sure, did you ever skate in your life?
No, dude. I wish.
You wish?
My mom was, it's hella funny, but my mom's so protective. I could never.
But yeah, we used to be in the skate crew because we used to live in the same neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
And then we started skating, and then, yeah, he made up this trick that I've never seen before. It was like I don't know if you know what a varial is, varial flip. It's like pop shove it with a kick flip.
Yeah.
But he did like pop shove it late flip. I was like, whoa, dude, I've never seen that before.
So he was kind of good then.
He was pretty good, yeah. We were mobbing around for sure, dude. And I miss those days for sure.
Bro, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, just like when you, I didn't realize, bro, but when we were in high school and just even middle school, all that, like, we had nothing to worry about.
We had it easy back then.
And I had kind of a tough home life and shit, but even with that, it's like, yeah, but now I have bills and this and that and taxes and shit, and I'm like, oh my God. Dude.
Yeah. Every day, you just got to work just to keep pushing forward.
Yeah, bro.
But you said you were working with Buki. You got something going right now, or?
Yeah, so the song I just dropped with my buddy Jeff, and then the song I want to drop with Buki, when I was on this record label X3 2 years ago, I went through just, bro, featured with hella people up here, and Buki was one of them. Me and Buki have a couple songs, and I already dropped one of them, but this one I know if it has the right promotion and everything, like, dude, this song is a banger.
It's gonna go. Buki, I don't see too much of him but when he drops a song, I'm like pretty stoked on it.
I've tried, bro, like
Young Stoner. Does he still go by Young Stoner?
I think so. Either that or Stony Montana now.
Oh yeah.
New Instagram. But I really, bro, like, I feel like if you get to talk to me and shit, you'll realize like a lot of different shit. But I feel like there's a lot of perceptions of me up here. And like one of them's like, it's a selfish kid, he's hella cocky, and it's like, bro, half the shit I do with music is not even for me. Like I want to inspire. Like this song I just dropped with Jeff, I'm just trying to get Jeff going, you know, put it on Apple and Spotify. Maybe that excites him.
Like Jeff Mudd. What was the song called again? You released it yesterday, right?
Yeah, it's Remind Me.
Remind Me, yep.
And when I shot a video with Soul a couple months ago, Signs, and then like any show I do lately, bro, it's like I don't really headline. I put on a bunch of artists that usually don't perform that much, or just I try to like give other people opportunities, bro, because like Buki, for example, it's like I want to release this song because maybe that motivates him, and he's hella talented, bro. Like there's a lot of talent up here, and some people just aren't pushing as hard as they should. Like Jeff and Buki are really fucking talented, but I know Jeff's working a lot. Buki's always doing his thing, but I just want to see the talented people release as much as they should, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to motivate him however I can. So hopefully Jeff got a little excited with the song we dropped, and hopefully we'll get more from him, bro, because Jeff Mudd is one of the best artists up here, for sure. And Buki is too. He just, I don't think he has a studio. I think it's hard for him to record, and, you know, but there's a lot of talented artists up here. You guys just got to drop more.
Yeah, just drop some more music. You've heard it here first.
Yeah.
You got the respects of Eddie. So, yeah, with the recording studio. You got a recording studio? You record at your own
Yeah,
place?
I don't call it a studio per se because, like, I don't have a booth and soundproofing and all that, but I have a laptop, I have a really good mic and an interface, and at the end of the day, guys, that's all you need.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
so all your stuff, you don't go to an actual studio and pay for like studio time or whatnot?
No, dude.
Because it sounds really good. Like, you know how to mix and master. And
Yep, I've been learning. I always send it to my buddy Cam. Cam is a dick on Instagram. That's his Instagram. I don't think he's a dick.
Okay, I thought you were just calling him a dick.
No, he's a fucking. He's one of the sweetest people I know. Actually, that's why his Instagram's ironic to me.
Yeah.
But he kind of like finishes everything up for me and puts finishing touches on. Cause he's just like, I'm here and he's here, and until I get there, I kind of want him, you know, making sure like it's good to go before I drop it. But yeah, bro, all the shit I've been dropping lately has been recorded in my garage.
Wow.
With no soundproofing, it's like a mic, like basically like
just
this.
like what I got, yeah.
Yeah, just with a mic stand right in front of me, and then there's no soundproofing at all.
What kind of system do you have? Like, do you use XLRs, or you know what those are? They're like they like plug into like the interfaces. But the mics that I use, are just USB connections.
Yeah, I have a USB mic. Or no, I don't. I have a condenser. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, condenser. USBs are, dude.
They sound fine. Like mine sounds good.
For podcasts, bro, they're totally fine. But I know for recording, you want a condenser for like musically, just because it is a higher quality. But I got blessed, dude. My homie Mikey, shout out Mikey, got me a Rode for my birthday, a Rode mic. And then Billy in Pilot Gang, he gave me my interface, and then my sister got a new laptop and gave me hers. So all my shit has kind of been acquired, but it's all so old. The only thing that's new is my mic, which is important. But dude, my sister's 25 now, and her laptop's like 10 years old.
Wow.
The interface is probably 10 years old because Billy got that a long time ago. It's like, bro, you don't need to pay hundreds of dollars an hour to go record. You don't need like all this insane equipment. If you're driven, you have talent, and then you have someone like I have Cam, who kind of just, it's like that last little bit of getting me, you know. But if you have someone who can help you, and then if you're motivated, bro, like you'll do anything. It's also the same with your podcasts or athletes. Like you put your name out there, you keep grinding, opportunities. You know what I mean?
They just keep happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also patience too. I'm sure you got a lot of patience.
I don't.
No.
I don't, bro. That's why it's so hard. But you're right. It's all about patience, and that's what I've been learning. Because when I started making music, bro, it wasn't nearly as good as I thought I was. Because I go on IG and all that and just fucking talk my shit, and it's like, Jesus, dude, you weren't even that good. But I didn't have patience, bro. I'd make a song, and then I thought it was hella good.
Like release it at like the next day as soon as you...
Sometimes. Yeah, and my engineer at that time, because it wasn't Cam, dude, he would get pissed. He's like, bro, I mix it for you. You just fucking dropped it. It's coming from my studio. Like, people got to think it's higher quality, you know, like kind of making it bad on my name. And I was like, I know, I'm just excited. But then even deeper than that, I was like, why isn't it blowing up? Like, why am I not getting views? Like, the first song, I was like, where's the record label at?
It's almost like you want acceptance from people. I think that's what it is. You want, like, people to be like, yo, this guy worked hard. You want the appreciation because you put the time and effort towards something, and then you want people to acknowledgement, really.
Yes.
To acknowledge what you put in.
Yeah, bro.
I don't blame you. I mean, you know, everybody wants acknowledgement. And, you know, it's funny. You want something to drink, actually? Do you drink alcohol?
I saw you... I got ready. Yeah, I'll drink. I don't.
You don't have to.
No, I'm down. Jerry was like, man, he makes a lot of mixed drinks. I was like, I know, I'm down. No. I don't drink a lot, but I do on special occasions. It's special to me. So
just have a sip. It's just whiskey. It's called Woodford Reserve.
No, as long, dude, I'm down with the whiskey. If you whipped out some Tito's, I'd be like, sheesh.
Yeah. I just think.
Yes, sir.
Get more comfortable, something to sip on. I got you a Prime energy drink there too. If you want
saw that, bro.
They're so good. You ever had them before?
Dude, I'm hella excited. I haven't.
You haven't?
This is the first time.
You know who owns Prime?
Of course, Logan Paul, KSI, baby.
Which is in KSI. I'm glad that you mentioned that because I wouldn't. Because I just think of Logan Paul. But isn't it crazy how Logan Paul?
Bro, that's so much better than I thought it was gonna be.
It's good, right? I give you the blue one. You know the blue one's always good. Anything that's blue.
You like the blue Gatorade?
Yeah. Everything that's blue raspberry, anything.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't matter. But yeah, Logan Paul, dude, I've been listening to his podcast and whatever he's doing. He just came out with a video on YouTube, like promoting the new lemonade Prime drink. And he's just doing his thing, dude, with the quality. And he's taking his time because remember back then he was getting hated on a lot for that forest thing. And he was like a TikToker, or what was it before TikTok? Vine.
Dude, Vine was fire.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool for the time.
Me and my sister, we were all over that. We love Vine.
Yeah, makes the videos on there.
I want to say, I'm not like some big Jake or Logan Paul fan, but you have to respect them.
Yeah, they're putting in the work.
Bro, and Logan, like, honestly, dude, like, because I feel like, dude, Logan's just living like a lot of our dream. Bro, he's in the WWE now. Like, that's sick. Yeah. You used to watch WWE?
I used to, yeah, like WWF back in the day.
Me too, when it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I was like a super fan of wrestling, dude. I thought it was the sickest shit. He's in WWE, and just what you brought up, the Suicide Force, like, bro, to be able to bounce back from that is... And, dude, his podcast is it's probably top 5 in the world.
I think so, yeah.
Joe Rogan... Dude, Impulse, it's probably top 3. Mm-hmm. It's right up there. And then he signed the WWE contract. Prime is huge.
And yeah, Prime, they also sponsor UFC now. Yeah. It's like their main drink.
Yep. They just signed a deal with UFC, and then KSI got them onto some major soccer club. I don't watch soccer, so
they sponsor like a soccer team.
I think it's Manchester United, which is like fucking huge. Huge, dude.
Yeah.
So just quick little shout out. I don't know if Logan will ever hear from me, but fucking shout out, dude. That guy, I don't care if you like him or not. You got to respect it, bro.
You got to respect the craft. Speaking of the soccer, man, you came out with a song called Messi.
Yeah.
Messi. That was a quick one because as soon as the championships were over, you had that song out like 2 days later or something.
You know, dude, I gotta, again, shout out to my homie Mikey. He's like my little brother. I met him at the label X3, and he was doing like, he was like recruiting artists, kind of. I guess you could call him like an A&R kind of. And then he ended up coming and living with me. We got pretty close and shit, so I kind of go to him for some of my music stuff sometimes, and he was telling me, because Messi's old, bro. It's like a year old probably. Everything I've been dropping is old as shit. Like, everything I'm going to start dropping from here on out is pretty damn new, like last few months. But everything I just dropped, dude, like, is all like a year old, at least. That song with Jeff is like 3 years old. That's why it doesn't sound great, because it's not mixed or mastered. I don't even have the file. I just had a Google Drive of an MP3 and we just uploaded it because I wanted everyone to hear it. But, yeah, and Mikey was on my fucking ass, dude. He's like, dude, the World Cup just happened. Messi won. It's a fire song. I think you should drop it. And I was like, really, dude? Like, it's pretty hard. Like, the lyrics are really hard. And, like, I just didn't think a lot of people were going to relate to it. And honestly, dude, it's, like, probably my best song that I've dropped this year in terms of numbers. It's been the best, so.
Yeah, perfect timing.
Shout out Mikey on that.
Yeah.
Fucking genius.
Genius, right? Yeah, because for some reason, like, I guess football or what is it, American or soccer.
Soccer, yeah.
Basically. But it was super popular this year for some reason. It, like, blew up more this year than ever in the past couple years, I feel like.
Dude, I don't even watch soccer that much, and it kind of had me. Like, dude, it was just a good tournament. If you like sports, like, I feel like you know when, like, hey, this is good playoffs or this is a good game. And, dude, it was a good World Cup. So I was even tuning in. I don't watch soccer at all.
Right, me either. And I was like, oh, what's everybody talking about? Right?
What's your favorite sport?
You know, skateboarding, but that's not really a sport. But
it is. Bro, it's in the X Games now.
Yeah, I guess so. Or X Games and then the Olympics.
Is it in the Olympics now?
Yeah. Finally made it. I think
that's
like
right,
the last
dude.
Olympics, yeah.
That's fucking should have been in there for a while though.
Yeah, because they got the craziest sports on there. I've seen like, what was it, like shuffleboard on ice or something? Like, with bro.
That's not. Dude, skateboarders, that's real. Like, every skateboarder I know, bro, has broken a bone multiple times probably. And the athleticism it takes to be a skateboarder, like, that's definitely a sport, bro. 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Skill. And it's awesome because now it's like both male and female. Before there wasn't too many female skaters, but females have been popping off lately. They're getting good. They're getting good fast too.
Dude, all right. You know who I want to put you on to? You might have heard, if you're like really big into skating up here, you might know him. But he's my homie's little brother, Jaden Skaggs. He's like 13.
Yeah.
He's this little black kid, and he got put on by... Well, it used to
Raised Board Shop.
Yeah. It was Concrete Lodge, but now yeah, I forgot. Yeah, they sponsored him, bro, so.
That's funny that you mentioned that, because I went to the skate park earlier today, and I hung out with him.
Was he there?
Yeah, he was there.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting real good.
Dude, that's what I heard, bro, because he was an athlete, like, 2 years ago. Like, he's really big into basketball or football, and then he just picked up a board, and my homie Steve, that's his older brother, he was like, dude, the kid is like a fucking prodigy. And I don't know much about skating, so I can't tell, you know? And he was showing me some videos. I was like, I don't know skating, but that kid seems really fucking good for a child.
Yeah.
He's 13.
And the progression is so fast. It's crazy.
That's what I heard, bro. And then I know he was out for a couple months. He like broke his ankle or something.
Yeah, he like rolled his ankle really bad, so he's out for a couple months. But he's back and strong.
He just came right back, though, I heard, like within like 2 months.
No fear. He just...
Shout out Jaden, man. I think he's going to be a big deal up here.
I hope so. I like to see it.
There's a lot of talent up here, bro. We need, like, God, we need to find a way to, like, just...
push through, get this, like, make Reading blow up. You know what I mean?
Bro.
Because Reading has been kind of stagnant, but now, recently it's been kind of popping, honestly.
It's moving. And, like, bro, Jesus, hear me out, guys. Like, I don't go to Bethel. I wouldn't say, like... I don't not support them. It's just like I'm kind of neutral. But regardless of how you feel about them, bro, like I feel like they are like improving Reading, bro.
Yeah.
Like just straight up. And I'm sorry to say, because I know a lot of people don't like Bethel up here. But, dude, look at downtown, bro. What?
Huge.
Dude, downtown is like like sack now.
Right. It improved so much within the past, I want to say, like 5 years.
Yeah. And dude, again, like, I'm sorry, guys. Like, sorry to say it, but that's like really a big part of Bethel, dude. Like, so I'm not a huge fan of them, but like Sprouts, Chick-fil-A, all that shit downtown, like, dude, believe it or not, a lot of that has to do with Bethel.
Yeah.
And I know that because when I worked at Sprouts, dude, that was like 80% of our customers.
Yeah.
Fucking Bethel, man. So
That's funny. So I'm like, I agree with you on the Bethel thing, but I'm torn in between like wanting our city to grow or stay small, because I do want it to grow, but then also you look at SAC, you look at San Francisco, it's like overpopulated.
It is.
I hate traffic.
Dude, oh my God. I'm from the Bay. I grew up here, but all my family's in the Bay, and every other weekend, it was every fucking weekend, dude. We'd get out of school, go down to the Bay, stay there the weekend, come back up. We did that for years, and then every summer we'd go stay down there with family. So I'm from the Bay, but there's definitely positives to Redding, bro, that people don't think about. Mm-hmm. And like traffic is one of them, dog. Oh my God. Dude, I'd get off work at 3 o'clock and then just sit there for an hour and not move.
Listen to Bill's song. What was the song? I remember he raps about having 2 lakes. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Dude, he went off on that song.
He went off. He was appreciating Redding for what it is.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bills, I wanted to bring back, so that was my first introduction to you, because I've been friends with Billy for a long time. I've known him a long, long time.
He goes back with a lot of people, bro.
Yeah, I went to school with him since middle school.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of, I mean, he does his own thing now, but, we were pretty good friends. And then I remember, he started doing his music thing right after high school. And then he made some songs. He made some songs with Gabe and then Zeke.
Yeah,
Zeke's Prodigy for sure.
Yeah. I miss Zeke.
And then I remember one day, he's like, you guys started Pilot Gang.
You want to hear about that? Because that's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like, actually.
Because you guys made, like, the cover art and everything. It was beautiful. It's just, like, a plane. A green and white plane. Oh, you got it tatted on your arm?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Fucking.
Yeah. There you go.
So that story's crazy. Because
how'd you guys meet?
Instagram. Because at that time, I was living in the Bay. So after my mom passed, I just tried to fucking... It's pretty deep, but I tried to take my life and wrecked my car and all this shit, and I was just in a bad spot. So I went down to the Bay to live with some family, get my shit together. And then Bill hit me up on IG. He hit me up or I hit him, one of the two. And whoever hit who up, they're like, hey, you're dope, let's work together. Okay. And then our whole friendship is crazy, bro. Every time I tell this shit, I forget, and then it comes back to me. It's nuts. So he hits me up on IG, right? Mm-hmm. And that was crazy in itself, because at that time, there wasn't a lot of people making music up here. And the people that were, I just wasn't that interested in working with. So I kind of just I really didn't either hit anyone up or respond to them. So when Bill hit me up and I responded, that was kind of weird already. And then I remember I was like, dude, I'm going to our homie Bama, who we both mutually recorded at, but we had never been there together. And I was like, I'm going to Bama's. He was in Chico. So I was like, I'm going to hit up Bama's in a couple weeks. You should slide through and we'll make this song. Because I ended up sending him a beat. We ended up writing. And we didn't know what the fuck, dude. Like, his verse was his verse, mine was mine. But we didn't know. We were just like, right? So I go to Chico to record, and I fucking forgot. Totally forgot, dude, that I was supposed to meet up with Bill. So I get there at 2:30, and I call Bill, and I'm like, yo, what's up? And he's like, I'm clocking off work as we speak. And I'm in Chico, not Redding, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dude, this is, ridiculous of me to ask, but is there any way you can just slide down to Chico right now?
Yeah, that's good.
And he's like, yeah. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, I could be there. And I was like, okay. That, too, was, huge for me, because, a lot of artists, bro, I feel like even you, just doing the podcast, you might get flaked on here and there, dude, it's fucking hard. It's rare for someone to be like, yeah, I'll be there. And then just be there.
Drop everything and just do what's got to be done for the craft, for something you love, I guess.
And not even for music, just the older I get, bro, it's like when you're asking someone that, they usually got to be a really good friend or something, you know? So it's like, that's a lot to ask. And Bill just no problem was like, yep. And I had never met him, right? So he comes down to Chico. We make a fucking banger. We both were like, yeah, this is hard as fuck. And then he was like, yo, I have a show in Sac in like 4 weeks. Do you want to perform this song there? And I was like, yeah. So he doesn't hit me up for like 4 weeks, right? I don't hear from him. He doesn't hear from me. Hits me up the day of the show. And he's like, dude, the show is at like 6. And he hits me up at like 3:30. And I'm like an hour and a half away from Sac. And he's like, hey, man, I haven't heard from you all month. Do you still want to perform? And I was like, well, yeah, I didn't hear from you. So I thought the show wasn't even happening. And he was like, no, it's happening. Can you come to Sac? So he flipped the fucking tables on me. And he was like, can you just come right now? And I was like, fuck it, yeah, dude. And we were opening for Andre Nicotina. So that was kind of cool.
Beautiful.
And then I went to Sac, dude, had a great show. And then ever since then, well, I mean, me and Billy haven't talked for a while now, unfortunately. But when that show happened, bro, for the next like 5 months, we called each other every day for like, dude, like 3 to 4 hours a day. It was insane. We just talked to each other all day on the phone. And then he was like, do you want to do an album? I was like, yeah. And he's like, all right.
So Billy was the one that brought it up.
Oh, yeah, dude. Billy kind of pushed everything. I told him I wanted to start a group because I was working with this dude, Forrest, and he was pushing, like, the group stuff really hard. And I was like, I do like the idea of that. And I was like, I'm vibing with you, Bill. Like, I think we get along great, bro. We're making good music. Like, let's think of a group name. And then, dude, we went through a bunch of just shit where it was, like, not good names and concepts. And then one day we were just, like, Pilot Gang. And then he got the logo made. And it was just, like, boom, 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 boom. It was just quick as shit, dude. Like, the logo, the merch, this, that, this. And Bill was, like, on it. Like, that was all Bill. I can't even take any credit for that. And, but, yeah, dude, we made the logo. We made the group. And then he's like, do you want to make an album? And I was like, yeah. And that was insane, dude. We booked a 12-hour session because I was like, dude, my aunt, I don't care. My aunt's never going to see this. We do not get along, bro. Fucking bitch. And I had to steal her car to come up here. I was like, look, bro, I could come up to Reading like 1, maybe 2 times. She doesn't want me coming up there. And he's like, all right, I'm going to book a 12-hour studio session. We're just going to bang out this entire mixtape. So that first mixtape that you guys heard, with Flight 420, that was all recorded in one night.
Wow.
There's like 8 or 9 songs on there. And then the first intro skit, bro, we freestyled that and just made that up in like 30 minutes on the spot. That's crazy. Like, I have a lot of love for Bill. And like, we haven't talked in a while. We kind of went our separate ways. But I miss him. And that music that we made meant a lot to me, bro. Because we kind of just, whatever we said, bro, we did it. We're like, you want to do a show? Yeah. You want to do a merch? Yeah. And like, there's a lot of people coming up now. But like, dude, I really feel like me and Bill were like some of the OGs on the music scene up here. Yeah, but yeah, I knew Billy loved the music, man. He was grind mode, dude, with Young Stoner. Well, that's what kind of killed me is like, I don't want to get too deep into it because like he's not here to tell his side. But maybe one day he can come. Dude, that would be sick as fuck. But he kind of just had some like life shit go on, and then I think he just realized, bro, he's like, this ain't really what I want. You know, but it was hard for me, bro, because it was like, dude, we just like quit out of nowhere. Well, you did. I'm not quitting, bro. But like, dude, we're just quitting. Like, we've done so much, bro, and I feel like there was a little point in time where like a good amount of Reading knew who Pilot Gang was. Oh, I think so, bro. There was one time Reading, Wairika, yeah, everything within an hour or 2 hours from here for sure. We do got to take a break though, because my camera's gonna overheat. Okay. So we'll take a break. I'm going to change that real quick. How many more people can I cut off from before? Lay on the floor, sprawled out, couple pills on the jar. Think I need more. This is what I do whenever I'm bored. Yeah, I get high, the time passing by. Yesterday turned 25. Haven't been happy my whole life. Kinda sad I'm waiting to die.
Yeah, the equipment and just the time it takes to edit. Because sometimes when I edit, dude, it takes me, depending on the video, it could take me, I've took like 10 hours straight on one video, you know. And 10 hours, let's say you work at a normal job, but for 10 hours, that's 10 times what, $15, which is minimum wage, is $150 already.
I applaud you though, bro, because the thing I tell all artists that record, or it's the same with podcasting really, is like not cut corners, but cut costs right? So when I got all my home studio equipment, that saved me spending money on studio time. So I could now spend money on music videos or cover art or whatever. It's like the same thing with you. It's like you could theoretically pay someone to edit these, but you do it yourself. You save that money. You can invest it somewhere else. And you're like, I just always applaud people that do as much as they can on their own. And it's like, bro, you're doing all this on your own. It's fucking hard. And I really tip my cap to that, bro, because it's not easy. I told you I did a solo podcast, but I didn't have video. I didn't have any of these mics or anything. I just did it on my phone. So I applaud it, bro. And it's hard. Editing for 10 hours, that's fucking...
Yeah, just looking at the same screen, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's great. I mean, it's something, it's like a hobby, you know. I don't mind editing. It's just, I don't know. It's different.
Is that part of the reason you think you...
I could, see, that's why I don't come out with too much stuff.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to work too hard. Just because I don't want to make it a job.
No,
I want it to be something that's I enjoy rather than something I'm just trying to put out just because I want, I don't know, notoriety. I mean, I do want people to notice and stuff, but I'm not like out there to, because I know it's hard to get people to get you to watch or listen. I'm sure you know what that's like, right? Especially local. That like local, it's not hate, but it's like local come up is very hard.
It's really hard. And like, dude, podcasts, especially, I'm like, oh my God. Because that's what you just said. It's like getting someone to pay attention. And it's like, dude, I'm trying to get someone to listen for 2 minutes. Because a song's 2 to 3 minutes. Your podcasts are an hour long. Yeah. And it's like, you know what's frustrating for me, bro? Is that every time you talk to someone, they're like, oh, Munch Gang, yeah, no, that's so sick. Like, oh, you're from Reading? Hell yeah. And then it's like, no, yeah, can you like my post? Or can you reshare it? Or like, yeah. And like everyone, the idea is cool. It's like, oh, you're from Reading and oh, this is sick and this and this. But it's like, yeah, but dude, I'm trying to like with my music, bro, I usually end up just sending, remind me the song I just dropped. I just sent that to 70 people yesterday, and I was like, just repost it, please. Yeah. Just do it. Because they're not going to do it on their own, which is frustrating. And I don't understand why. It takes 3 seconds.
It's just a post. Yeah, it's just a click, a share, and that's it.
Some people are really protective
of their account or something. Image,
I guess, yeah. Yeah. Or what they promote or whatever. But it's like, yeah, but you guys always, it's like I hear all this, to me, it just starts to sound like bullshit of I want to put on for my hometown and all this and that. And it's like, yeah, but for him, he has a podcast. You can really only do one thing, and that's share it, comment, and with music, it's I'm asking you guys to come to shows or to repost or just to engage. That's what we need is engagement.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate that because if we don't get any engagement, we're like, why are we doing this? Almost.
And it's like you said, bro. It's when you're doing it, when you hit me up to have me on, it's because you think I'm a good guest and you want to talk to me or whatever. It's not to get views and shit. And it's the same thing when I make a song. It's I'm feeling a certain way or whatever. But at the same time, I think what you're saying is that it's yeah, I did the podcast so I could have a cool conversation with you. But at the end of the day, this is cool content. And I want it to be seen. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at, where it's I didn't make this song to get 1 billion streams or this or that. But at the end of the day, I know it's good content. I would like for it to get noticed.
Right. Yeah. It's not trying to be cocky or anything, right? It's just, please help me out here.
Yeah, but dude, like I've reached a point to where it's like I don't think we're cocky. I think you just know. You know what I mean? Like when you do this for like a year or two more, right? And you've got like 50 to 100 episodes under your belt, you're going to know when it's like, all right, this is a banger episode. You just know.
Yeah.
It's the same with me, bro. It's like, I told him, I think before the cameras were on, like, dude, I've got an insane amount of songs in the vault. And like, or maybe this was on camera, but I said like for every 10, I'm probably dropping 2 to 3, right? So it's like,
I've been on both sides too, because I think I've learned more since I've tried to like, because I'm just trying to promote this so people can watch it. And then
yeah,
I feel like the thing is, I think people don't give us a chance. But if they give us a chance and watch 1 or 2 or listen to 1 or 2 songs, they're like, oh, wait, this is actually pretty cool. And then, you'll enjoy it. But then there's also this thing where it's like, growing up, we've seen so many people try things and then either don't continue doing it or just fail really hard on it. And I don't know. I don't blame people for not sharing, but we would appreciate it, I think, for sure.
Well, it's also like, remember earlier when I was telling you, like, there's been points in time where I don't drop something or it's a little bit because I want that quality up. Because I was telling you, I used to tell people, yeah, I make music, but so, oh, you're from Reading? Like, dude, there's like a bad stigma on it because a lot of people put out low quality shit or like gang banging shit when it's like, we're in Reading.
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, and it's like, so I think a lot of people, bro, either see like a shitty podcast that's already happened up here or like they know some shitty artists from before and then it's like, well, that podcast isn't going to be good or Eddie's not going to be good because what I heard before. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, but that's why I take it, what I was telling you earlier, that's why I take it so serious, bro. Because I know a lot of people, they're like, damn, Ed, like you take this so serious for like where you're at. Like you're not Jay-Z or Drake. And it's like, no, but I want to be. And when I tell people that, bro, I know motherfuckers are like, no. And it's like, dude, if none of us wanted to be that, though, there would never be anyone like that. Yeah. We'd all just be normal and fucking boring. Someone has to want to be the next MJ or whatever the fuck, dude. And I do. I don't care if that's crazy, bro. I tell people that all the time. They're like, so what do you want to do? Like, you want to be independent? I'm like, no. I want a fat-ass label deal.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you get raped by the label and all. No, you don't. The only people that do, bro, like, they're not consistent. They fall off, and I'm not afraid of that. I know how hard I work, bro, and it's not a cocky thing. It's just like, I feel like, honestly, bro, in this life, if you work as hard as you can, and you know that, like, yo, I'm putting in everything I can, you will get rewarded.
Right. And with labels, too, it's not like they screw you forever because you're only on a contract for a couple of years, right? And then as long as they promote you and then you get big, what you do after that
exactly
is what makes you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bro, because it's like, okay.
Like, look at Logic after, Def Jam. Apparently, Def Jam owes him a whole bunch of money, right?
And he's still out here. And
then he started releasing his own mixtapes, produced with his own money and his own, knowledge, his own beats.
Even Drake, Kanye, both those have their own labels. They're just subdivisions of a bigger label. And I'm not afraid of the label deal, bro. I'm not. If you can go in there with momentum and a fan base and you can prove that you can sell records, it's like, it's not as, oh, we're taking everything as people think it is.
Right.
And it's like, why would you not want that, bro? This is what we're all trying to do, bro. I don't give a shit. When people are like, I make music just for me, it's like, no, you don't. Bro, we all do to an extent, but we, especially musicians, bro, we all want recognition. Because if you have a good song and you know it's good, you want that recognized, bro.
For sure.
Don't sit there and lie to me and be like, no, it's enough, just playing it for me and my friends. No, it's not.
No.
Because if someone gave you the opportunity, I'm not saying that's what your goal is and that's what you're chasing, but if the opportunity was given to you and someone's like, yo, all over the radio, that big music video, #1 on the billboards, all that, I can give it to you. You'd fucking take that.
Easy.
Anyone would, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Seriously.
But bro, that's my whole rant on that was like, yeah, I want like a higher quality from Reading. It makes me really happy to see this podcast and that other one that Calvin Sunday's doing, the Broccoli Pod.
Broccoli Pod, yeah.
And then the music that's coming from Calvin Sunday, what I'm doing, a couple other local artists, like, I love that shit because it's like, dude, that's high quality.
I do love seeing it, man, because it's like somebody's got to do something, and they're making it happen, and it's cool to see because you're seeing these hungry artists that trying to come up. You know, they're trying to do something, make the scene pop up, because Reading didn't really have like this music scene, really, right?
No.
And then now having like just recently, we've had so many shows at the Cellar, and then at Cedar Crest was pretty nice, and then. One of the biggest people that I appreciate and like to see what's happening is
say his name.
Chaos.
Okay. Oh, you like Chaos?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's. I want to say he started a lot of it, especially for.
He did too.
Yeah.
He definitely did too. I thought you were gonna say we gotta give him a shout out. I thought for sure you're gonna say Calvin Black.
Oh, Calvin Black. Oh, I love Calvin Black's music.
Oh, dude.
Too.
Hey, I'm looking right at the camera for this. If you don't like Calvin, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, not even as an artist, he's such a nice human being, such a good guy. And then his music is like so positive and
it's positive and it's like intricate, it's intelligent.
Have you you've been to a show of his, right?
No, I wish I have, but I've talked to him a couple times. I listened to his music because I used to listen to his songs on SoundCloud, and then he released his album. Was it Purpose? No. It was an album that he just released, and I've been listening to that. And dude, I love his stuff because you could feel his like passion in his songs, right?
Yeah,
and it's amazing.
I watched him. I heard a few of his songs, but Bill was like, dude, Calvin Black. The whole time we were on Pilot Gang, Billy always said, he's like, it's us and it's Calvin, no one else. And I was like, damn, all right. And then I saw that Calvin was performing. I just ended up going to a show. The most incredible local performance I've ever seen. Like, dude was up there fucking playing the piano, singing his heart out.
Oh, really?
I was like, bro, what? And yeah, he doesn't perform with backing vocals, which as an artist to me, that's like the hardest thing you could do live, is not having your lyrics in the back. So it's just the beat. And if you fuck up, everyone's going to hear it. You know, it's different. And he did that his whole set. And I put this on my story like a couple weeks ago, because at that Cedar Crest show I just did, Calvin, I went outside and Calvin was like, Ed, and I was like, did you see the show? And he was like, yeah, I saw the whole thing. And I was like, what? And he was like, oh, I lurk, bro. I was here. And I was like, I almost cried, bro, because Calvin, as a Reading artist, bro, Calvin to me is like the GOAT. Like, he is the guy. And I still haven't got to make a song with him. I've been doing it just the 3 people, because it would be 4 if Bill was still making music. But it's me, Chaos, and Calvin. Mm-hmm. And I still haven't, me and Calvin just started talking a couple months ago, actually. And we'll probably get some cooked up here pretty soon. But Calvin's like really hard to get in the studio with. So I talked to him and I was just praising the shit out of him. I was like, I think you're the best, dude. Like, you're an idol to me. I don't care that you're in Reading like I am. Like, you're one of my idols.
He's a poet at heart too. Like,
yeah. But I don't want to take away from what you were saying about Calvin, because I thought you're probably about to give him some flowers right there. So shout out Calvin.
Yeah, Calvin too. So
Chaos.
For me, at least, he was the first person I saw making a movement, you know, throwing these shows, especially with, what's it called, over in Anderson River Park.
Flows by the River.
Shh. That was a beautiful thing. And then
it's supposed to be on that this year.
Oh, yeah? Sneak. Yeah, and he's just pushing forward on this music thing. And I know he's been working hard and, you know, throwing money into things.
That made me really happy to see that Calvin is still like doing shows and he's on a podcast and just still doing his thing, because I was like, dude, I don't, you know, he's really talented. I don't want to see him have to stop or quit or anything. So it's been awesome seeing Chaos grind still. He's slowed down a little bit, I feel like, But
he's been busy. Yeah, I'm sure he's cooking some stuff up.
well, I think he's trying to prepare for Flows by the River, and seeing how big that is, bro. I'm sure that takes months. So I have a lot of respect for Chaos. I still want to meet him. I haven't even met him yet.
You haven't met him, huh?
No, just DM'd a couple times, but it's fucking nuts because me and Jerry, G Shoots It, we're so close. And him and Chaos are like tight as fuck too, but we've just never met.
Yeah. So I want to bring up, G Shoots It. Just recently, I feel like you just restarted your Instagram, right? Not too long ago. Yeah. Like you would restart, like a fresh restart.
Yeah, it's always been there, but I definitely remodeled, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and one of the first videos I saw was like a video from you, or G Shoots It, where you're in the back of a car and the lighting was amazing. I forget what the
What
the song was.
Churchill Downs remix.
Yeah. I was like, dude, that's badass. The filming, everything, it just went perfectly. And I was like, yo, if you guys keep this going, you guys are going to be a force to be reckoned with here in town, I think.
I didn't really mean for it to happen that way. I just but I guess everyone's starting to like pair me and him together. Like, cause even when he did his podcast with Broccoli Pod, like in their caption, they're like, yeah, we had G Shoots It on, and he's well known for all his work he's done with Eddie. And I was like, what? He's just my homie. And he was shooting like a year or two ago, and then he kind of just, I think he wasn't shooting as much, and I didn't really need any videos for a while, to be honest. And then he started shooting again, and then I started recording a lot of it. Just kind of, we went like this, and then just back, if that makes sense. We just like found our way back. And the second video he ever did for me was the one you're talking about. And I was like, what? That was ridiculously good.
It was amazing, yeah.
That was so good. And I was like, yeah, we're going to... So videography is expensive for rappers. Like when you want to get music videos, they're fucking expensive. So I'm not going to put out the exact details, but I worked out something with Jerry because I was like, look, bro, you do really good work. And the biggest thing on social media right now is Reels for TikTok Reels for Instagram and then TikTok. So I was like, I don't even care about doing full music videos. So what do you think about giving me like a discounted price to just shoot a verse that I could throw on TikTok or Reels? Because you can't really put a full song on Reels anyway.
Right.
You could, I think, but no one's going to watch that. The Reels are supposed to be short.
Short, yeah. It's supposed to be quick. And it's crazy, that attention span of
people.
Yeah.
That's why, dude, TikTok's hard for me. I'm still trying to get a grasp of TikTok, but I don't.
I refuse to download that thing. I know it's like good for promoting and stuff, but
oh, bro, I have never, not once, gone in the loop. What's it called? What do they call it on YouTube and shit?
I don't know.
When you get lost, you know what I'm talking about? The loop worm or whatever they call it.
Yes, wormhole maybe?
Wormhole, yeah. I've never gone into that on TikTok. Never. I don't scroll on there. I only use it for promotion, but even that, I rarely do. But it's like, I heard some industry artist doing a interview, and he said the labels will not push your song unless you have like a TikTok, like a plan, a blueprint basically on how you're going to attack it on TikTok.
What? Like a social media presence on all platforms? Yeah,
and it's like, how are you going to promote this song? Like, what's your like call to action and all this? I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I'm used to going on IG, I have a cover, and then I'm like, check it out. Like, God, what the hell? And I don't know about you, bro, but a lot of like artists I talk to, they feel like TikTok's just cringy. Like, they don't know how to make it seem authentic. And like, yeah, I don't know. TikTok's
it's cringy, and it's also just like clickbait for 10 seconds. Like they'll have a picture of something that looks crazy, and then it's just a dude talking in a mic afterwards.
Just talking bullshit, dude. Jesus.
Or sometimes you just get views because you tag a song, and that's that's probably why producers want it. It's because they want that tag in like a famous TikTok thing, where they could just become like, what is it? like it's popping, like it's popping in everybody's thing.
I see what you're saying. It's it's almost like a mini placement for them. But I want I want the same thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
I want a song to blow up on TikTok, bro, because right now, that's more powerful than the fucking radio.
Yeah, more than the radio, than YouTube, than like who listens to the radio anymore?
Dude, you know how many, bro, I have so many fucking DJs hit me up on Instagram, and I'm sure half of them are just a scam to like get me to send them money on Cash App, and then they probably block me. But dude, God, it's just like, hey, I'm a DJ for 94 this in Atlanta or this and whatever. Give me $200 and I'll play your song for a week. And it's like, even if this was real, and
Give
this
me
isn't
$200. What?
I don't want to be on the radio, bro.
Yeah.
I'd rather have, you know what's way more powerful, bro, is having like a TikTok influence, like Addison Rae or someone like do a dance to your fucking song, or Logan Paul. Dude, that would be so sick to have like Logan have Messi as an intro song to Impulsive.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That would blow up my song way quicker than the radio, dude. Like way
Easily.
faster. The radio is, Jesus. Times are different, guys. If you haven't figured that out by now.
It's definitely different. So, what are you working on right now? So, actually, let's go back. What are your influences on music? Who did you listen to or currently still listen to that kind of influenced you to write more music or push you towards, making more raps?
Well, that's two parts. I look at it as basically, because I want to tell you, bro, actually, we can just start. So I like saying this because a lot of people are like, what? I wasn't allowed to listen to rap until I was like 12.
What? What'd you listen to before rap? Country?
Heavy metal.
Heavy metal?
No, I fucking hate country.
Yeah.
Ew, dude, hate it. I hate that I'm white sometimes, honestly. I fucking hate country, bro. But no, heavy metal.
What about country grammar, dude? Like Nelly and whoever that was?
Nelly was kind of fire.
Yeah.
Can't lie. But come on, everyone liked Nelly.
Were you I was a big R&B. I grew up listening to R&B.
R&B was cool, but it was heavy metal because my dad was in a band. It wasn't heavy metal, it was like rock, but he liked a lot of rock. And then my stepdad, the first album, okay, actually, I have like core memories, with music especially, just because this is my life, dude. It means the world to me. And I remember, bro, the first concert I ever went to was Def Leppard when I was like 5.
Wow.
Because my mom was like, you guys want to go to Disneyland or some bullshit? And we were like, yeah, the fuck? And then she kept asking us, she's like, you guys like Def Leppard? And we're like, I remember that so specific. Like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, like they're cool. And then we ended up going there. It was like this outdoor venue in San Jose. It was awesome, dude. Saw that one-armed drummer. That was fucking insane. Wow. So that was the first show I ever went to. And then I remember the first album I ever got was System of a Down.
Interesting.
Toxicity. Yeah. By my stepdad. He gave that shit to me. So I would listen to them and Lynyrd Skynyrd a lot. So I guess, I don't know if you'd call that country, I guess. But I remember System of a Down and Lynyrd Skynyrd and Metallica for a long time. And then my mom was low-key racist, I guess, because she was like, you can't listen to rap, but you can listen to Eminem. And I was like, dude, he's the most inappropriate guy out of all of them. Like, are you shitting me? So I started on Eminem, and then my dad, you remember LimeWire?
Yeah, LimeWire.
Yes, sir. I'd go down to my dad's, and he had LimeWire, and he's like, all right, what songs do you want? So I'd fucking
put it on a CD, burn it on a CD, or
yeah, for
MP3?
a little bit, and then I had an MP3 player. Yeah, a little bullshit, little tiny guy. And I started at first, bro. Like my dad hated rap too, so I had to start out with like a bunch of just bullshit, like T-Pain and Usher and like Riding Dirty.
Wait a second. You think Usher is bullshit?
No. I'm just saying compared to like, no, I actually love Usher.
Because
I had to fucking listen to, that was all I could listen to for a while. But I just meant, I should have just said soft shit.
Okay.
Compared to like, because my dad reached a point where I was just like, all right, Lil Wayne and like all this.
Yeah.
But no, not bullshit. No. Usher is,
He's the man.
He's a goat. He's a goat. Usher, Chris Brown, and Michael Jackson, man, they're all that singing and dancing.
I know what you mean though, like especially from the difference between going from heavy metal to like this soft singing like serenade music, right?
Yeah. My bad though, definitely not bullshit. Cause I actually love T-Pain a lot, and I love Usher. But yeah, it was a lot of I should have said soft shit. And then but the two influences that actually influenced me was Eminem and Lil Wayne, and then Outkast.
Oh yeah.
In the beginning. And then but now, dude, I feel like every artist says this, bro, but it's like actually true. And I feel like you guys will see that cuz the next like 4 or 5 songs I'm going to drop are not even rap at all. Like at all. They're singing. Just singing. I have this cover of like a piano song, like with no drums or anything, like I'm strictly singing. So I get inspiration from a lot of places. Like John Mayer. I love John Mayer. I think he has a great voice.
Was there like a significant, like for me, I remember the first rap song that I heard that I wanted to memorize the whole verse, you know?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember a song that you tried to remember the whole verse?
Yes. It was on, bro, because I remember when Power 94 wasn't fucking horseshit?
Yeah.
And they actually played some bangers, bro. And I remember, dude, I think it was Jake Easy or something. It was one of the DJs. But he goes, "Oh my fucking God, this is nuts, dude. We got Eminem, Drake, Lil Wayne, and Kanye West." And I go, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Dude, that sounds crazy." Yeah. And he goes, "It's a new song called Forever."
Oh, yeah.
Dude. But I remember, dude,
that song was the shit back then.
Oh, dude.
It went hard.
The second I heard that, I go, "This is the greatest thing I've ever heard." And it had like my 4 favorite artists on there. Dude, when Drake came out, bro, because I loved Eminem and Wayne, but they were obviously well before Drake. When Drake came out, dude, I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Like, this dude is the...
And then he came out with that Sprite commercial with the freaking, his face coming off like a robot.
With that song.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like, yo.
But if you listen to the bars in that song and then like the 4 artists, like, dude, I'm not like exaggerating. That is one of the greatest songs of our generation, if you think about it. Because it's like, dude, we don't have a lot of songs on that where like 4 goats get on and then snap like that. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Just getting the feature with famous people like big stars like that is damn near impossible.
Dude. And then every one of those verses was like, that was incredible. Yeah. That was incredible. Yeah, that was a song though. That was the first song.
Did you record it on your phone and then you're like...
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably, bro.
Dude, my first song that I was like, yo, I really like rap. You want to know?
Well, wait, I gotta...
It's on the radio too, and I was like trying to record it on my Razor flip phone.
What was it?
Hip Hop Police, man, by Chameleonaire.
Like, I loved Chameleonaire though.
Yeah.
Fuck. Mine... Okay, so that was the first song I tried to memorize, but you want to know the first song and the only song that I ever tried to learn to dance to?
Dance? What?
You know, bro. When I'm gonna say it,
Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
Crank That.
Yeah. Dude, yeah.
That's
bro.
funny.
Yeah. I remember I was at my dad's, dude. It was like 2 a.m. and I was like on YouTube, dude. YouTube back then also, dude, this was like 2008. It was like barely a thing. And I was on YouTube, dude, just watching this guy just teach me how to crank that, dude.
Yeah.
It was fucking...
Crank That. What was it? The Reject too? Well, no, that was New Boys. New Boys was Reject.
Dude, remember... God, I love doing this shit. I love nostalgia, bro.
Me too. I go back on songs daily.
Remember Hurricane Chris? And it was like...
what song was it? Cyclone?
Yeah.
That's funny.
What's that other one? I Lean Like a Cholo.
Oh, yeah. I think that was Fat Joe. Lean Like a Cholo. No, that's Lean Back.
Yeah, that was Lean Back. No, Lean Like a Cholo is like some random... Dude, I don't...
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when that song was popping in Reading? It was that song, fucking Fireball. Remember? Well, that was Reading, right? Do you remember that?
You gotta sing a little bit for me.
Right after... I don't even know how it goes.
Fireball.
I didn't really like the song, honestly, but but it was bopping.
It's usually how it goes. When? Back then? Like around the same time?
Like right after high school, I would say.
Right after high school. Right
Fireball. They just kept saying Fireball, like the alcoholic drink.
No, but God, I remember drinking that shit.
Yeah, that gives me nightmares.
What did you drink? I feel like everyone up here, at least in high school, had like two. There's two. It was either Fireball or Captain.
Captain, I can fuck with, but Hennessy, I cannot fuck with anymore. Hennessy fucks me up for some reason. I don't know. Like, there's that stereotype Asians only drink Hennessy, right?
I thought it was black guys.
Oh, both. You know, we're the same color, basically, in the summer. But,
In the summer.
yeah, I'm blackface in the summer. Yeah, man. Hennessy, that's pretty big in the Asian community. It fucks me up. Yeah. And also, remember Pinnacle? It was like that whipped cream flavor. I hated that one.
Oh, dude.
Like, why? Why would anybody drink that?
I remember that, and like Amsterdam was a big one, like on any of the flavored Amsterdams. But for us, it was really like my little group. Like it was like three phases. It was fucking Captain, JMO, and then Tito's.
Really, Cheetos?
Bro, for me, Tito's is my Hennessy. Where I'm just like, dude, no, bro. Please.
That's crazy.
I love whiskey though. I love Jameson. This shit's pretty good.
It's smooth. So I wasn't really a big sipper on alcohol. Normally, you know, you just take shots when you're out and about or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I started drinking Japanese whiskey, and Japanese whiskey is like the smoothest stuff you've ever tried. You could drink it warm, you could drink it on ice, whatever. I mean, it took me time. Like when I first started, I'd of course put it over ice, and then I'd have to dilute it with some water just so it's not like too strong on the tongue. But then I gradually built up like a palate, and then now I simply enjoy it as it is. And it's pretty cool.
I think what happened, as my grandpa would say, is you got hair on your peaches.
Yeah, yeah. My balls have dropped, I think.
I still chase this shit, bro. I'm just not a drinker. I had like a phase in high school, and then that was it.
Yeah.
I've just been more of a drug guy.
That's crazy.
Now, dude, I don't know if you want to talk about that on the
It's up to you. I wanted to bring up, dude, I think I downloaded it. I definitely hearted it on Spotify, but the song is called How Are You or How Am I? What is it?
Like me?
Yeah, from you. How are you? It's like,
is it old?
It's older, yeah. How many more? My bad.
Oh, how many more?
Yeah. That song goes hard.
You like that one?
I love it.
Yeah, that one. That's hella funny, bro. I looked up a Lil Nas type beat, Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
And then I found that, and I don't know, bro. That beat weirdly, because when I heard that beat, I was like, this is like definitely a Lil Nas, like almost troll just type beat.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but when you listen to the song, it's like hella like serious. Like it's an upbeat because of the beat, but like my lyrics are like, you know, how many more?
It's good, yeah.
Yeah.
How many more? Dude, I love that song.
That's fucking you streaming that. I've been seeing that.
The streams go up. You're like, dude.
Yeah.
20 in 1 hour. That must be fresh. No, that's a good one. I really like that one.
Dude, I really appreciate you saying that, actually, for real. Because I remember when I recorded that and Cam mixed it, I was like, this is the one. And he was like, he really liked that song too, dude. There's been so many that we've dropped, bro, that we think in our heads, we're like, yeah, like this is incredible. I feel like if I had a following, bro, like I've had a couple songs that would have like done some serious numbers. Mm-hmm. And that's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some songs just hit when you hear a beat, you know? So how was the process of going through that? Because sometimes, like for me, I don't know if you know this, but I used to try to make music too. Like
rap?
Yeah, rap music. Like senior year, I wrote a couple things. I still have a SoundCloud. Don't check it out. But,
I was just about to ask.
Yeah, just recordings on my phone. But
that's how I started.
Yeah.
You're asking how do I go about making a song now?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say for me, like when you're in the zone, you're in the zone. Like it's so hard to come back the next day to do that same song because you're not feeling that same way you were the day before.
Bro, that is... See, yeah. That's... you have recorded.
Yeah.
Because you have to write music and be in the booth to know that. Because I tell everyone, like, I have so much game that I spit and I feel like nobody fucking listens. And one of the biggest things is like, I'm only 26 and I look like I'm 10. So like everyone, oh, and it's like, no, bro, he just told you he's been listening to me for 7 years. And I've been doing this for like close to 10 now.
Yeah.
And the first thing I tell every artist that's starting out, buy your own equipment. Because what I used to do, I used to pay a guy $50 an hour to go record. And then how he's saying, you're in a zone one day, right? And then you're recording, and then you come back. It's not the same, like, feeling, for one. And for two, you're on somebody else's time and dime. So when you have your equipment at home, like, I'm a freak, bro. Sometimes I'll record at 10 in the morning. Sometimes I'll record at 2 a.m., 2 p.m. Like, you're just an artist and you're creative. It's when you feel creative. So I also don't like that, bro. I don't like fucking hitting up, oh yeah, hey Ed, can I come record on Tuesday at 3 o'clock? Because then you're telling yourself you have to be creative on Tuesday at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. Like, it's just, like, for me, bro, like I said, like, sometimes I'm driving DoorDashing. I DoorDash right now. And I'll just, like, end my DoorDash because I'll be listening to one of my songs and I get so, like, motivated and I just, like, literally race home, open my laptop, start recording. But I can do that because I have my own equipment. And it's like, you need your own equipment. So for one, you're not paying someone else. And for two, like, when you know that you only have an hour to record or whatever the case, like, dude, it's so much, like, you need that ability to practice.
And a stress-free environment also. Because you want to be free. You want to be open. You want to be able to put your craft, put your thoughts onto a mix or onto, you know, a recording and just make it happen.
But you don't want to be rushed and, like, because I've seen artists that go into a session, bro, and it's like an hour or 2 hours or whatever, and, like, they keep fucking up. And, like, that just comes with recording. As long as I've been doing this, even, dude, there's days where you're just off. It's the same as, like, basketball or whatever. My shot ain't there. It's the same. It's like my voice isn't there or, like, my timing or whatever. But when you're paying for that, it kills. It's like, dude. And then I'll watch an artist just crumble. He keeps, like, fucking up a take and fucking up and fucking up. And then he sees time ticking. And then, like, his session's just over. And it's like, oh my God, dude. Like, if you were at home and you weren't paying for that, you could just fuck up, close your laptop, go to bed, wake up, and try again tomorrow. Or in a few hours.
Yeah.
Like, you know? But my process has been different. It's fluctuated because I started out recording in a studio. And then I got my own equipment. And I don't know. When I was in the studios, whatever, it was like how you're talking about. It felt like shit, dude. Sometimes I wouldn't finish a song and then I'd go back and it wouldn't feel the same. I'd hate it.
Yeah, you lose, like, the melody or the flow, you know what I mean? It's not there. It's weird how that works.
You know, all right, so I was going to say a few minutes ago, like, we don't have to go into it, but, like, I had a big coke problem, which I don't really care about talking about on the podcast because I could talk about it quite frequently in my music. So I'm not embarrassed or anything. I just don't, you know, I don't want to put too much out there for your podcast's sake. But I was going to say the one, like, good thing, I guess you could say, that came from that was that, dude, I learned how to, like, freestyle and really just fucking...
Just go.
Like, be creative on a different level. And, dude, I mean, when I was on coke, I was making, like, 4 to 5 songs a day. But it wasn't, like, coked out, like, terrible music. It was, like, good quality songs. It was just a lot. It was insane.
Because coke is very similar. What is it, like, Adderall or what's the other one? Not Adderall.
It's Adderall.
Is it Adderall?
Yeah.
Basically, right? And Adderall is just pure focus. Like, college students take that to take their finals, do their exams, to study hard for hours and hours.
Yeah, it's longer. It's just longer, and coke, you keep having to put it up your goddamn nose. That's why people lose money in. But It's weird, bro, because when my mom died, I was actually doing a lot. Like, I did a lot of Xanax and lean, and just, I've always smoked weed, so I was always a downer guy. Tried coke one time, hated it. Tried it again, just clicked. I don't fucking know. I think it was because every time I do coke, the first few times I'd freestyle for like 4 hours.
Holy shit.
Dude, it was in like Juice WRLD shit.
Yeah.
I just couldn't stop. And then, so yeah, that kind of, some of these songs, I'm trying to think if any. Oh yeah, that song Oops on the mixtape I just dropped, that was just, dude, I was yayed out.
Wow.
Yeah, I was just coked out of my mind. Messy, I re-recorded that right before I dropped the album. When I knew I was going to drop it, I re-recorded it to make it sound really fresh and clean and everything. But I was coked the fuck up on that too. That's why if you listen to the song, like a lot of the lyrics are very coke heavy, because I was selling it at the time and doing a lot of it. But so my process used to be like Lil Wayne freestyle shit, dude. I would just put on a song and then just completely freestyle.
Like, isn't that crazy? Because some people don't appreciate Lil Wayne for what he is, because they think the raspiness, the voice, and like just out there. But man, that guy's got so many metaphors. That guy's got so many bars that you got to listen to the song 3 or 4 times to even get it, right?
Bro, I watched yes, you're absolutely correct. And I watched a documentary on him because I was telling one of my homies, I was like, yeah, all his songs are freestyled. All his hits that we know, like Lollipop, anything you could think of is freestyled. And my homie was like, no, it's not. That has to be written. I was like, it's not. He had this documentary where he was like, yeah, I used to write, and then I just feel like the true creative process is to freestyle. Like to be truly creative and truly yourself. And dude, he has this song, it was called like 100,000 Bars or something.
Oh.
Where he had a whole composition notebook. It was like a 40-minute song. You ever seen Sway in the Morning when they do
for sure, yeah.
5 Fingers of Death?
Yeah.
It was like that for 40 minutes. Beat just kept changing. He had a live DJ, but they were recording. And you could hear him ripping out pages of his notebook. Jeez. And he said, he was like, dude, when I ripped out that last page, that was the last thing I ever wrote. So everything we know, like Forever, all that shit, dude, all the Carters are freestyled.
Yeah.
That's insane. And Eminem, bro, like lyricism, Eminem is probably the GOAT. But then, you know who else, though? Jay-Z does not fucking write.
That's what I was going to mention, Hove, yeah.
He doesn't write a thing.
Not one thing, man.
Dude, there's a clip
not
on
the Blueprint,
YouTube.
Not the Blueprint, too. Yeah.
That's insane.
None of those.
Dude, honestly, like, if you think about that, it's like, no, the 2 GOATs then are probably him, Lil Wayne, and then Eminem. And I can't, like, dude, I feel like I would get hella hate and, like, you're not a true hip-hop fan, but it's like, bro, dude, I'm always going to tell you guys that LeBron is better than Michael Jordan. You know why? I didn't fucking watch Michael Jordan. I can't tell you that. It's the same thing with, like, I can go back and listen to Biggie and Tupac or watch Michael Jordan or Michael Jackson. But it's not the same thing because I wasn't
in that era.
No, dude.
Like, what about Nas? Nas is like right in between.
He's like right in between. But I still, and dude, that's not to say at all that, dude, I understand both MJs, Jackson and Jordan, are GOATs. I understand that Tupac and Biggie are GOATs. I respect them and I understand. But I'm saying, like, dude, bro, when I have kids and they're fucking telling me that, you know, Zion Williamson or whatever is the goddamn GOAT. And I'm like, no, dude, you didn't watch LeBron or Kobe. It's going to be the same thing as when our parents were telling us, like, no, dude, you didn't see Michael Jordan or Michael Jackson. No, dude, you didn't see Drake. Like, Drake's, are you shitting me?
Yeah.
You know? But in 50 years, our kids aren't going to, he's going to be like an Elvis or a Michael Jackson where they're like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
So when I tell people, they're like, who are your GOATs? And I'm like, dude, it's like Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, and Eminem. And it's like Biggie and Tupac. It's like, I wasn't alive, dude.
I'm going to say right here, too. I'm going to get a lot of haters. But Tupac is overrated. I'm telling you. I like Tupac, but I think he's overrated.
I'm a West Coast baby, so I'll always...
I
ride with Tupac over Biggie.
No,
I'm a West Coast baby, dude. I'm a Cali baby.
I think I'm more of a like listening to more of like lyricism rather than like, because Tupac's more straight emotions and like vibe and feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And kind of storytelling, but Biggie, when it comes, because lyricism is like trying to solve a puzzle with these words that you're trying to like match with like either double entendres or like metaphors on top of metaphors that are like just so many hidden things that we got to take a second glance to even, you know, hear it. But that's what I appreciate more. I do like Tupac's music, but I do think he was overrated.
I think the East Coast guys are usually gonna have harder bars because the East Coast is just harder. Like, dude, come on, bro. Like, I know LA's crazy and Compton's insane and, you know, it's not a safe place, but dude, New York it's called a jungle for a reason, bro. Like, bro, and like if I had to choose and like those were the only two choices I had, like, do you want to grow up in an LA hood or a New York hood? I'd be like, well, I feel like I'd have a better chance of surviving in LA. Like, New York is just insane, dude. Yeah. So I feel like when you're talking about lyricism, it's like, dude, that's why Jay and Biggie had insane bars, because they're from the fucking New York. Like, dude, a lot of these rappers do rap about what they see, and they do, it's, you know, so.
Yeah. You know, it's another fact that I found out about rappers, especially, that has to do with their names. It's like a lot of their names are based off of, what is it? Like mafia boss members. Oh, what are they called? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I think Notorious B.I.G. was like a mafia boss, and like some of these other names, they get their names from that.
So it's weird that I'm from the West Coast because I have like a mob obsession. I like the 1970s and 80s mafia. Like, I just think it's like the coolest. And I'm probably a piece of shit for that because I know they're bad people who commit a lot of crimes. But I think it's the most fascinating, like, coolest thing to me.
We wouldn't have Las Vegas without these mob people.
Dude, not at all. And, like, did you ever see that? Fuck. I don't know his name off the top of my head, but I saw this thing on it was like an interview. And it was this mob boss, like an old mob boss. And he was talking about how they used to just like, dude, they were like literally like siphoning oil from the government or something.
What?
It was insane, dude. He was like, oh, he made $600,000 a week, which in the 70s is like
millions.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I'm just so intrigued by that shit, dude. Like the real mafia, like that shit's, I don't even know if it still exists nowadays.
I'm sure it does. They figured out ways to be hidden. You know what I mean?
Like way hidden.
Like the cartel, you know, they're into some of this government bullshit. Right? Oh, yeah. They have some control over the government for sure.
The cartel fascinates me just as much, but the mafia, maybe it's because I'm white and I'd have like a chance to be in the mafia. And I can never be in the cartel, but the cartel scares the fuck out of me, dude. Because they're like vicious in a different way, dude. Oh. I know this was a show, but you watch Breaking Bad, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I watched it twice.
GOAT show, right? Dude, I'm not exaggerating. I probably watched that show like 9 times.
It's good.
I think it's one of the best shows ever made. Mm-hmm. But,
do you get high anymore? Does it affect you? Is it kind of just like smoking a cigarette for you now?
Yeah. I hate it. I don't even like it. No, I love weed, but I wish there was a middle ground, because in high school I used to like, it felt like shrooms, dude. I would get so high. Yeah. But now it's like, god damn. Especially this weed I have, dude, is fucking fire. Doesn't even make sense.
Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you why I took a hiatus on smoking earlier.
Yeah, why?
So I think it was, I want to say 4 weeks ago, I went to a local, collective, and I bought like this drink that was 100 milligrams of THC or whatever it is. And me and my lady, we split it because we were like, oh, 100 milligrams? That doesn't sound like too much, right? Nothing. And then we're like, oh, let's just drink it. And then we were smoking 2 at the same time. And then, I don't know, we drank it. We felt nothing. An hour later, we decided to go to Fusion to eat some like ramen because we were hungry. We get to Fusion, we sit down.
Oh, God.
We order, and then my girl's sitting next to me, and she's like, I got to go. Like, she was getting super...
You're like, to the bathroom?
No, like like she couldn't function anymore. Like she was getting anxiety from all the people around us, and she wasn't able to talk because she was so stoned to the to the max. And I was getting there, but I wasn't quite there. And my lady, she's smaller. She's like 100, less than 110 pounds. So 100 milligrams goes further with people that are smaller.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially for people that like us that don't really smoke too like every day. So it hit her hard. And then I had to finish ordering. I ate my food, but as I was eating my food, dude, I felt the same thing she was probably feeling coming up to me. Because edibles is a different story. Like, I can smoke all day. But when it comes to edibles, the way it digests into your body, it's a different high. Right?
Different.
And it just gradually, it doesn't go away until you go to bed. Like, there's no curing it.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's actually facts. I've never heard that. I've smoked for so long, I've never heard that.
Really?
Yeah, that's
I just
facts.
Through experience, I think. Because if you eat it at 2 o'clock, 2 p.m., you're not surviving all day after eating an edible.
Fuck no.
No.
Dude, I remember in high school, my buddy Gosen, he made these fucking bricks. Dude, these brownies, they were like, dude, they were just these huge rectangles and like thick, right. Dude. And he was like, he's like, $5, you can have 2 of them. I was like, holy shit. He's like, do not eat all of them. Don't eat a whole one at once. And I was like, fuck you. Ate a whole one. I was driving to the movies with my buddy Jake. And he was like, you ever heard Flume? And I was like, no. And he puts on this dude, and he's just like this producer that makes these weird-ass beats, like strictly to trip you out. And I'm driving, and the road just started going like this, dude. I fucking pull over, had to have Jake drive to the movies with me. Yeah. Ended up sleeping through the whole movie.
Oh, yeah, that stuff knocks you out. I had a similar occurrence. Oh, let me finish the fusion when we drank that drink, though. Yeah, so I was eating, and I was like, yo, I'm getting anxiety. I can't have it, because I was with some of my friends. I was like, yo, I can't talk to them right now. Like, I'm just trying to eat and go. And then I have to, like, bag my ramen to go and then my lady's ramen to go too. And I was like, dude, that sounds like such a chore right now. Like, I could barely freaking stand up or sit up straight.
Oh my God.
But yeah, eventually
you guys were high.
We were high. But eventually we got done and made it home, and I just went straight to bed, man. But another time, the first time I took my dab, I had a similar thing.
Oh yeah.
Where I think I was right after high school, or maybe still in high school. My homie gave me a dab. Your first dab, your homie's always like, dude, I'm just going to give you a small one. But they give you the fattest dab. Every time. Because they're like, dude, I want you to know I got the good shit or something.
That shit's not cool, man.
Yeah.
That's not cool, bro.
But me and the homie, John, I was driving, same thing. We wanted food, as you always do. And I was driving to Taco Bell downtown. And I was taking that right, coming, I guess, what is that, east from Eureka, to take that one-way right to get to Taco Bell. And as soon as I get to that light, I felt it, man. It hit me right there. And I told my homie, who didn't have a license, barely any driving experience. I parked into Cleary's, that corner, It used to be Cleary's, now it's something else. But I parked there, and I told the homie to drive himself home, and then I drove myself home. It's like 3 p.m. I just went to bed at 3, didn't wake up till the next day.
We're
sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
For some reason, the audio for the last 10 minutes of the video was deleted or just got cut off or something, so I'm going to close it out by myself, I guess. Just want to say shout out to Eddie Yampolsky for coming in. I love talking to him. He had great stories. He has a very interesting background. He's a hard-working artist. He's been doing this for years and years and years. And you can hear the passion in his music, and I don't think he's ever going to stop. And I think it's pretty cool to see somebody here in the local area strive to do something they love, and I like seeing that. But I want to say he just released a song called Remind Me just last week. Jeff Mudd not only that, please check out his other songs. He has other great songs, either on Spotify or whatever listening platform you use. SoundCloud, I know he has some that aren't posted on Spotify, and please check him out. And thank you everybody for watching this episode. If you stuck out this long, and if you haven't, please subscribe, follow Munch Gang on Instagram, follow him if you want to, listen to more of his music or see what he's about. But anyways, thanks for watching this episode, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.